Good morning, Madison. I'm Curtis with Villari's Martial Arts of Madison, Wisconsin. Today I want to talk about designing your own combos. Of course, since this is just a stream, I'll be designing combos and you can follow along, but I want to give you some tactics and techniques for thinking about how to flow moves together. So this will be a flow-oriented class. And you can think about what moves make sense after other moves, and how can I design a combo that's really fun and also effective. And then I encourage everyone to try it afterwards and make up their own cool stuff. Standing feet shoulder width apart, breathing in really tall through your nose, out through your mouth as you ground your feet. Stretch out your neck. Rolling shoulders. Both directions. Swing your arms. I debated today doing a class where we just crush it really hard. I talked about that last week. The class, last class on May 5th was sort of like that. I would have liked to do even more combos than we did. So after our designing this combos class, maybe we can do that soon, or we can try to quickly design as many combos as we can in the moment. Just blast through them. Sharp exhale with every kick. So a couple tactics for designing combos. One thing is just to think about the moves. I like jab cross moves, so I'm going to put those in. You can go through every move that we do in kickboxing: jab cross, hooks, uppercuts, back fist for the arms. And then there's elbows, roundhouse elbow, rising elbow, dropping elbow. So if you're like, I need more ideas for more combos, I'm running out of ideas and I still want to keep working out, just move on to the next combo with different moves than what you've already done. So that's a really easy way. But I want to talk about a little more than that, how to flow moves together. So which direction your body's moving and what would come next. Another tactic that I really like, if you're in Shaolin Kempo class with us, then you know about the 5 animals. And even if you're not, I can tell you really briefly. We study these 5 animals. They're nice archetypes for different styles of fighting. And they're just really just concepts. And with those, you can also build exciting combos. So you might say, I want to build a fierce combo, tiger. Or I want to build a clever, devastating combo. It's a leopard combo. Or I want to build an effortless flowing combo. That might be crane, that yields first, right? Crane likes to yield and then come back with a really strong strike that didn't necessarily use your muscles, but just uses your body weight. So you can think about that in kickboxing too. Yielding might be lunging back and something and then coming back in. A snake combo could be something that's really overwhelming, directly to the point. Crippling would be a good word. And then there's the dragon. Let's do some abs. Dragon is the invisible animal. It uses all the other animals. I think it's an opportunistic animal, so it takes what's there. So for that one, it helps to think about your opponent. What is my opponent doing? What's the most devastating thing I could do in this scenario? How could I disappear? Push-ups. Super quick water. Let's get started. All right, I want to start with a fierce combo. The first combo that I like is, as you all probably know, is ball kick, jab, cross, but we're designing new combos today, so let's not fall back to that. I want to have a combo that pounces in and hits hard. So the tiger is linear, so we're going to drive forward still with this kick, but let's do 2 kicks and then lunge afterward, okay? So if you have enough room for this, I hope you do. If you don't, you can use your front leg, boom, boom, and lunge off that way still. So the short version, kick, kick, pounce. The long version, if you have room, would be from the back leg. This is fiercer, right? Because it's coming in. So we're gonna come in, lunge in, and then we'll do 2 punches still, but I wanna finish with a hook because we're being really aggressive. Let's go low, I like that better. Kick, kick, driving in, and we're gonna pounce in with a hook, and end on a jab, because you can still hit really hard off a jab, and then we'll retreat. So we're gonna kick, kick, lunge, hook, jab. And make that jab, it's not just a little exploratory jab, it's coming from the hip. Kick, kick, lunge in, and reset. So for these ones to the body, they don't have to be really big coming around. You could also do body blows, which are these ones. Let's try it. If you want to do the version where you don't go in as much, here, and switch. Kick, kick, lunge, punch, and punch. The linear forward punches work well here, but you can still hit with some hooks too. It doesn't, either way is cool. Hi, I like them both. All right, let's do another ab set while I talk. So, for that combo, we want to think about the flow between every move that we're doing. When we get up after these abs, we'll analyze it quickly while we catch our breath. Let's go on abs, let's go. Roll it over, tiger push-ups. Pulling back, child's pose on your feet. All right, so we do a hook. From a hook, the next natural move is coming back around, right? So hip action. Here, it's harder to go hook and then say another hook off the front hand. Try it. To do it, you're turned all the way over here, maybe not that far, but you got to come all the way back around, right? Here you think, well, what's the next thing I can do? Lots of moves with your hand, obviously, but you're not limited to that. You could go into a knee with the same leg, because as you're swinging through here, you have another limb that could be engaged. Or if you're going to come back around now, hit with the same hand. So the main thing I think about is what direction is my body moving? What direction will the next move move? And there's 2 answers. From here, it can come back, or it can keep going. And if you know spins, you can really keep going, because you can hit here, spinning, back fist, but I haven't shown some of you guys that yet. So we'll leave the spins off for today, unless you want to try it yourself. If you've done it before, please be safe. So our combo, that was kick, kick, driving in here, and I had a hook and I had a thrust punch. Which one do we like more? Because of the momentum, we've got a lunge in. I like the thrust punch. That's the direction our body's going. If you do the hook, it's almost more sneaky getting around your opponent, but we're doing a fierce combo. So we're gonna lunge in, bam, with this punch, and then we'll cross, uppercut. I like this combo even more. So from here, driving, lunging in, thrust punch, punch to the nose, uppercut. Reset, and you'll be on the other side. If you are doing the short version off the front leg, you'll need to switch your feet. Say, kick, kick, lunge, punch, 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 reset. Okay, let's do it a few times. Say, sloppy. Say, better. Still sloppy. And even though I'm being sloppy, I'm still hitting moves that flow okay, but I gotta get these strikes down. Thrust, cross, uppercut. Say, if you're doing a combo and struggling like I just struggled, you can just stop and do the parts that are challenging you. Slow. Say, 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 say. So it feels good. Say, and then you can pick it up. Now I got it down. If you didn't try those hand strikes to speed them up, try and speed them up. So when you get to here, do a medium. Say, and maybe let's do them 3 times each. So say, 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 and then the next side, 3 times each. Say, 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 and then we can go faster. Say, say, say. Yeah, let's get water. So if a combo seems weird at first, stick with it a little bit. Is it weird because it makes no sense, because you're doing something in the wrong direction? Or is it weird because you just are not muscle memory yet? Once you get to muscle memory, it will be less and less weird. Repetitions. And as you get more experienced, the thing is, less and less seems weird because it's wrong. For example, the hooking thing I mentioned, I can throw hooks with the same hand over and over because I've practiced this a bunch. Try it with me if you want to. Start slow. I've had my classes do this a lot, and people seem like they think it's really awkward because it is. But you have to come through and then back around and through. And so if your hooks are doing this, straight in and out, you're not gonna feel it. It's gonna feel wrong, and it's hard on your arm, and it doesn't hit as hard. This is a circular move, so you circle around and back, around and back. So it's almost like I'm driving a car, turning the wheel. Yeah, it's not a circle, right? It's an oval, but it comes through and back, and my hips move. So once you get used to punching over and over, you can punch different heights. And that's how I would build your combo. If you make up a random combo with random moves and you find, oh, my next move can't be that. Probably can be, if you can come up with how. But if you struggle with that, change the move. Let's do an effortless combo. So something with our body weight that doesn't require a lot of energy. So we're gonna retreat. Let's do a fade. So a fading retreat requires less energy. And you're still gonna hit with the punch, because this is kickboxing, so we're doing hard striking, right? If we were doing soft style, you could crane block and come around. But because it's kickboxing, we're gonna throw a hard strike, so it's a little more effort. The nice thing about this hard strike in this direction is I dodge the punch and I punch them, and my arm kind of blocks their arm, so it's a win-win-win. Fade block, and then we have to come in, so we're gonna use some energy for that. If we were Tiger, you'd think, oh, I'm gonna huge knee, but we're gonna try and make this effortless. So let's come here and come in with a punch, with a step. So just step, punch. Normally we don't step in kickboxing, but we're here, we're stepping in. We've leaned over here, we're gonna come under. Let's make it an uppercut. So here, and coming up. Punch, coming up, and then we'll grab them and a couple knees off the front. So from the side, it looks like this. Punch, stepping into this, and a couple of knees. The step gives us the knee almost for free, you know, because we're coming in already. So if you're here, step, you do have to have your balance for a moment there and complete the step. You could imagine a cross knee as well, slightly different. So we're going to stick with fading jab, stepping in uppercut, and then just grab them with that, grab their shoulder, put your hand on their shoulder, and bring it down into your knee 2 times. Shuffle back. Now we're on the other side. Fading, step uppercut, couple of knees. And then effortless doesn't mean lazy, right? So because we still want to deliver power and we can't use a body weight exercise, we're still moving forward on this. It's harder to come up with circling kickboxing techniques, especially since I haven't shown you guys spins, some of you. So we're going to stick to linear. A linear crane is a bit weird, but I feel like this is cranier than the first combo, at least. You can imagine coming up here and coming down with elbows. Let's add that. I think that's a very crane. So punch. We're going to hit here, throw the knees. Now we're going to come down with an elbow off the back arm. You can do the front arm if you like as well, but that's less important. That just gets you turned around. So from here, we just did these knees. Right. If you know roundhouse knee, let's make it roundhouse knee, because then you come back around so big. And that's the effortlessness, is the coming around so much easier than flexing and driving in. Okay, punch, uppercut knee, roundhouse knee if you know it, and then the big finish, bam. And it's effortless because we use gravity. It's our friend. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. I cheated. I did my uppercut into the knee. You can try it if you want. It's fine. Uppercut knee in one step flows. Or if you want to step then uppercut like I did before, also fine. Either way, you're setting up for this huge drop. And be careful, don't lean in, all right? So the person's right there. You just, they're already leaning over. Imagine right there. They're right here over my knee, right? I don't need to fall into this forward. I've got them. They're down there. I just sink my weight. And you don't always put your knee on the ground, right? You just sink your weight. But you could drop the knee down. And even though I'm bending in a little now, I have my balance because strong grounded stance. So let's go. Let's do a couple. Oops. Now, do you see how I shuffled back and went straight into the next fade? Natural. That's another natural flow point, because you shuffle back and then you're already moving back. Up. Shuffle back and then advance. Sometimes I keep doing it the other direction. It's okay. Pick it up. Let's do a couple more and then we're done. Awesome. Let's get a drink. Ab time. Squirmies. Another thing I'd like to talk to you guys about when it comes to designing combos. One thing you can do is start with a really basic left, right, and then ask yourself, what could I add? What could I slip in, but without making it feel more complicated or feel longer, I should say? What can I slip in and make it still feel the same, just with more hitting? Rope climbers. So this is kind of a dragonish thing to do, to hit twice with one motion. Be efficient with your body. That's a really easy way to slip in another move to the sort of foundation of a combo. We're gonna do bulldog push-ups if your wrists are okay with it. So you put your fingers here, and if not, you can do any other kind that you need. Right. All right, here's an example. Roundhouse kick, landing forward, and then cross, jab, cross. Retreat, roundhouse, landing forward, cross, jab, cross. There's a really easy one that we can throw in right away here, because I landed here and I have to turn my hips all the way back over. I turn them over without any strike. Well, actually there is a strike. It's the cross, but it's very slow here. And then this cross is so big, wham. I'm not sure I want to lead with that cross against someone that I've only tried to kick one time. If I throw this kick and they block it and I land here, my next move should probably be a speed move instead of this huge cross. But good news, we've got it. It's right here. It's this one, back fist. And that goes straight into the cross. So we got roundhouse kick and back fist cross. And then you can throw those punches again. Here, back fist cross. But I'm kind of bored with punching. I think I want to do some elbows because we didn't do those yet. So back to what I said earlier about changing to different moves. Back fist cross. Let's change to a lunging and then 2 roundhouse elbows to the ribs to get low. So from here, we kick them. We throw this. And if you have space, we're going to lunge in for these 2 elbows here and then reset. So kick, back fist, cross. This is a little more sneaky because we're going to get under them. We go here. Another thing to think about is, because you don't have enough things to think about, right? Don't be thinking too much, pick something and then just do it. But while you're designing, in the designing phase is when we think. During that phase, you might say, is this a big punch, this cross? It could be. What I like is that in the moment, you get to do it. You get to decide. So if that hits and you can hit this hard, that's awesome. Do it, right? Here, bam, maybe fight's over. But if you kick here and you land this guy and then you're coming in and you're like, it's not going to hit. So you're in this moment, you still throw it, but what you're really going for is this. Because as you're doing this, you can spring. As long as your weight is good. If you lean in, now you can't spring too far forward. If you're grounded or centered, or even on the back leg a tiny bit, because I was on the back leg here, right? I landed here. I have not fully committed. My weight is transitioning. Fully commit if it's going to land. If it's not going to land, and it's a trick, leopard trick. I'm here, and then oh look, there's the strikes to the ribs. So we're going to try that now. I'm going to hit. I'm going to throw this back fist, and we're going to think I'm going to come through with this, either a cross or a hook. Either way, it's the same. Coming in, but then I switch it to the elbows. So kick, wham. Here comes the punch, but then the elbows. You can do it, guys. And even if you don't have room for lunging, you can still, if you just have enough room for 2 stance advancing 1 time, maybe your kick, you can still kind of make it narrow here, and then still come into these, even if you don't lunge in. But the lunge is good to practice if you have room, because it is a spacing thing. If you look at this, that's where I'm going to hit. My elbow can't hit. But if right, then I lunge in. So targeting my bookcase, wham, landing here, bam, here, and then coming in a little bit. Here we go. Maybe I had too much of a tell there. So I want to keep a strong fist for the maybe punch. I'll call that the maybe punch. And if I do go into those elbows, let's finish really strong. That last elbow, trying to really break the ribs there. Here it comes, and then the coming through strong. For me, it's tempting to just throw a bunch of these without full commitment. But the conceit here is you saw the opening, you came under, and then wham, came around. Let's work ourselves. Here we go. Say. Say. Now let's mix in some finishing with the punch instead. Now try to decide at the last second. Say. Maybe start throwing a power punch and then say, nope. Say. And have those elbows. Every strike could be the last, or you could need more. Say. One more on each side. Last one. Sweet. Class is so short. That was 3 combos, really. Sort of tiger, sort of crane, a sort of leopard style. Maybe next time I'll do snake and dragon. Dragon can be very kickboxing. Snake is tough. Snake likes to constrict and squeeze, pressure points, likes to merge with the opponent's space. So the way I would do snake, if any of you want to think about it between classes, a kickboxing snake. The only hard striking is still just going to close in. You probably have a lot of knees and elbows. And you'll have a lot of targeting. So like side kick to the foot, side kick down to the knee. And if you hit it here, you can buckle their knee. Snake can do all kinds of nasty stuff if they get right up on top. Punches to the throat, things like that. But it's nice to have different tools when you're a snake than we have in kickboxing. Let's finish strong with one more ab set, one more arm set. And we'll call it a day. Let's do twists. We're gonna push these now. Hi, bicycles. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Come on. We got to finish. Let's go. Awesome. Full body stretch. One more push-up set. Inverted, if you can do this with your wrists. In here at your ribs. If you hate that, brave eagle. I'll do both. Child's pose. Nice work, guys. That was a little thinky today. So if you're confused about anything, please ask. Both legs out. A reminder, since I haven't said it in a while, you can donate to us. If you find these videos useful and you're not a member, then donations are super awesome for us. I think we're going to be doing this format for a while based on all the intel we have. Arm over the top to the side. Stretch your side. Reach for that other toe. Through the top. And turn your shoulders, other side. See if I can make it today. Yeah. Toe up. To the center. My kids have been getting these virtual physical education workouts on their e-school. And there's all these different high intensity interval training ones. Yesterday, they got one called Super Villain. And it was basically just kickboxing. It was like punching, high knees, side kicks, some abs. It was this class, but less, you know. So that was fun. It's just 9 sets or 9 activities, 20 seconds each, 20 reps each, and then a 2-minute rest each time. So each one ends up taking about 5 minutes. That's a nice modular kickboxing style workout that you can do if you don't want to think about combos and you just want to think about, I just want to punch and kick. Great, just do punches, do 20, and then do 20 kicks, 20 abs, you know. Very simple. One leg back. Hey, switch. On your feet. Stretching out the hips, shoulders, neck. Big breaths. And we'll finish with full body stretch. Breathing in, growing tall. Breathing down and exhale. Pressing down. Empty the lungs. Hanging loose. Rise up and breathe in. Stretch your back. Shoulders. Reaching up really high. Feet together, fingertips and toes. Hold the breath. And exhale. Nice work. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.